Only a week ago, I was in Plymouth, appearing in a celebrity football match. I'd never played football in my life. And today, Plymouth has been one of the scenes of violent disorder, of rioting. And the riots seem to be spreading. Tamworth, Plymouth, Birmingham, Belfast, Darlington. In Plymouth, the convergence of the campaign groups Stand Up to Racism and a Stop the Boats rally led to clashes at Guildhall Square. There were fireworks being let off, damage to a police van. The incident underscores a broader tension within our society where differing ideologies are increasingly expressed through confrontation rather than dialogue and discussion. Devon and Cornwall police reported violence against officers, highlighting the deteriorating situation and the problems with law enforcement and with people being incited into rioting. Similarly, in Birmingham, very few police. False reports of far-right protests led to hundreds gathering in the Bawdsley Green area, culminating in damage to a pub and vehicles. And this incident, like others, reflects a disturbing trend where misinformation fuels fear and violence. In Belfast, stones and petrol bombs hurled at the police in the Donegal Road area, while Darlington saw an 18-year-old man arrested with bricks that he was throwing or that he was preparing to throw at officers. These acts of aggression not only endanger public safety, but they erode the rule of law and the image of law. A poignant moment of this wave of violence occurred in Tamworth, the historic home of the famed Tamworth pigs. For those unfamiliar, the Tamworth pigs gained notoriety in 1998 when two pigs escaped from a slaughterhouse, which led to a dramatic chase through the countryside, captivating the nation. Their story inspired the television film The Legend of the Tamworth 2, a tale that highlighted a moment of public empathy and fascination with the pigs' quest for freedom. And this narrative starkly contrasts with the current state of affairs in Tamworth, where violence has overshadowed the area's quaint, historic charm. The attacks in Rotherham and Tamworth, far-right mobs setting fire to hotels housing asylum seekers, are particularly egregious. These actions, motivated by xenophobia and racism, not only violate the principles of decency and hospitality, but they also fuel social division. The government's response, including the deployment of a standing army of 6,000 specialist police and the creation of 500 additional prison places, reflects the severity of the situation, but it raises critical questions about the root causes of this violence and the adequacy of our response. Heidi Alexander, the Justice Minister, has said there is a need for swift justice, including the potential for courts to operate through the night. And while this demonstrates a commitment to maintaining order, it could also, in many ways, it also drives this unrest. The escalation of violence, particularly from far-right groups, underscores a failure to deal with the systemic issues such as inequality, social alienation, and the impact of misinformation. So Keir Starmer's emergency Cobra meeting following these events signals the gravity with which this is viewed at the highest level of government. Yet the response must go beyond law enforcement and punitive measures. We need a comprehensive strategy that includes education, community engagement, and a commitment to combating hate speech and misinformation. The wave of violence that is spreading across the UK, including the unsettling events in Tamworth, reflects the deep-seated issues that need a multifaceted approach. We must strive for a society where dialogue prevails over discord, where actions are guided by empathy and justice rather than fear and hatred, where the call to action is for us as individual members of this society to contribute peacefully to inclusion and to a way ahead.